What's up, guys? John Anthony from masculinedevelopment.com. And today we're going to talk about how to deal with an ex-girlfriend or ex-fiance who texts you back and starts to play games. Okay, so first off, if you could, please subscribe and like this video. I'm trying to grow my channel, so your support is very much appreciated. So I got an email from Mr. Gonzalo, and he starts off the email by asking, why does my ex-fiance, after she dumped me, all of a sudden seem like she wants to sort of stay in contact? I'm going to tell you why. So he says, on Monday day, I sent her, he says on Monday, day one of testing. So he thinks that she's testing him. On Monday, day one of testing, I sent her a short message and kept it short. Day two, I didn't initiate texting unless she texted me. I wasn't going to contact her. So it sounds like she's not texting you back. Day three, same as day two, but out of nowhere, like around 9:30 p.m., for the first time since we've broken up, she texted me saying, I saw something today that made me think of you. Hope life is treating you well. Oof. So you ended up texting her, it sounds like for 3 days in a row, and she didn't respond. And of course, we all know that feeling. You text a girl, she doesn't respond, and you get kind of angsty. You think, oh shit, am I going to lose her? Is she off dating some other guy? Is she fucking some other guy? What's going on? And you end up texting her more and more, and you show your neediness and desperation, and it pushes her away. But funny enough, she ended up texting you back on day three at 9:30 p.m., which is an interesting time to be texting someone of the opposite sex. And she says, I saw something today that made me think of you. Hope life is treating you well. So Mr. Gonzalo says, I was caught off guard that she all of a sudden texted me because she was thinking about me. And he says, I replied with, cool. Yes, it has been. So life has been good. And then day four, she replied to my text with lol and then like a laughing face. And also along with, hope all is well. How is everything going? And it looks like he started texting her back and forth and then tried calling her, but she didn't pick up, didn't reply. And then he actually made things worse and asked if she wanted to hang out and kept chasing her. And then instead of answering your question and saying yes or no, I want to hang out, she replied simply, in his words this morning, with saying, lol, party boy now? ? Then he says, and also I told her I had an extra burrito for her, but she said in a joking manner she ate something better, and I started to make her laugh. She was answering my texts faster than usual, laughing and opening up a bit. I then made a joke, a little too perverted, and she said that it was disgusting, and I replied to her saying I took it too far and all, but I didn't apologize. Okay. So this is a pretty long email, and I'm going to explain what's going on in this email here, you guys, for Gonzalo and for anyone listening who maybe has an ex-girlfriend who's texting you and you have this sort of back and forth going on. So in a nutshell, you want your ex back very desperately. I'm guessing that she broke up with you. It was your ex-fiance, so I don't know. You don't say in the email how long it was before you guys, since you last started dating, how long that lasted for, etc. You don't give me any of that information, or if she broke up with you or vice versa, but I'm guessing that she broke up with you. And the whole dynamic here throughout the text messages that you explain is it basically sounds like you're chasing her and asking her to hang out, offering her different things, and she's just not reciprocating at all. She's dodging your questions and, not too interested. So, and you end the email actually with some more of this. So let's go through this, guys. Let's get through it. Later on, she responded with a GIF. So I took it as an okay green light to call her, and she liked the idea. I called her. She didn't answer, but you left a voicemail. So this is the second time you called her and she didn't answer, I believe. Waited an hour and called again. Oof. Left her another voicemail and haven't hit her up since. That was a mistake calling her twice. Why didn't she answer or at least let me know she was busy or told me, no, don't call me? But I got the signal, so I don't know. What can it mean when she's acting like that and why? It would stop stressing me out if she's trying to get back with me or just using me or testing me. I don't know what she's interested in doing with all these changes. Help. So that is the full email. Okay, so let's dissect it a little bit now. So, like I said, it sounds like she broke up with you. And what she's doing, basically, is keeping you, it sounds like she's keeping you on the back burner, keeping you on the hook for probably 1, validation, 2, in case she ends up wanting to date you again in the future, and 3, more validation. So the first mistake you made, my friend, was probably, there's a few mistakes, but I think the first mistake that you really made was calling her when she wasn't really being very responsive to your texts, right? So it sounds to me like what she's doing is she's basically just kind of, I don't want to say leading you on because you're the one who's initiating all of the contact, right? But she's basically giving you enough interest to keep you on the hook, but not so little interest that you lose interest. And like you say, it's driving you crazy and stressing you out. So this is a very common phenomena that a lot of guys go through where a girl will give you just enough interest to keep you interested, but not so much that you know for sure that she wants you. And, you clearly haven't read my book because, like I say in the fucking book, it all comes down to this. Be on your purpose and put your purpose before your woman. And that's not something that a lot of ladies like to hear. Sorry, ladies, but it's the truth. If you are on your purpose and conquering life, like I talk about in my ebook, then you will not be putting off this desperate and needy behavior towards your ex-girlfriend or ex-wife or whatever. So there's a few critical examples that I want to really hone in on here just to kind of drive this point home. I think you said so first off, you texted her, it sounds like 3 days in a row. Not a good move. Text her once or twice, maybe. Not 3 days in a row. I would have just texted her once, just say, hey, what's up? Thinking about you. Hope you're doing well. And then if she doesn't text back, then I would probably leave it. Maybe text her back in like a month. Not expecting anything, not trying to get anything from her. Only actually text her if you mean it, okay? Because she will sense, believe me, she will sense whether or not you actually are just wondering if she's doing well or if you're trying to fuck her. She will sense that immediately and pick up on it. And the second that she feels like you're trying to fuck her and trying to get back with her, she knows that she has all the power. So again, like I say in my courses and in my book, you want to have your own life set first. And based off of this email, you are not coming first in your life. Another mistake or major sign that kind of stood out to me was how you basically invited her to a party, it sounds like. After all this, after you text her a bunch of times and she kind of ignores you, doesn't text back, you invite her to a fucking party. Dude, come on, man. Don't give her value unless she earns it. Don't give a woman attention or invites to things or, don't invite them to things unless they earn it. They have to treat you with respect if you're going to reciprocate that and give them something. Otherwise, they're just using you, basically. Another major sign, too, is that after all this, after her ignoring you, basically, and not really replying, you invite her to a party, and she says, lol, party boy now, ? And she said it the next morning. So first of all, she probably saw your text, has no interest in going to a party with you, which is why she waited until the next morning. And this is something that a lot of girls will do, by the way, if they're not interested, but they don't want to come out and fully say it, because most girls will not come out and fully say it, is, you text them the night before, and they'll pretend like, oops, I didn't see your text until now, haha, the next morning, but they clearly saw it. They just don't want to tell you to basically fuck off because, again, One, they like having you on the back burner in case they need emotional support or validation or whatever. And two, they like the attention, the validation that you give them, right? So it's about being a man who's on his own purpose and is socially calibrated enough to see these things. So you said you made a joke a little bit too perverted, and she said that it's disgusting. I kind of want to know what the joke is. And you said that you took it too far. I would not do that at all. I would actually amplify it and triple down and make it 5 times more perverted. Because, first of all, she knows she has all the power. The fact that you texted her 3 days in a row, the fact that you invited her out, you're trying to get her to hang out, and you said you saved food for her when you guys haven't even hung out, man, come on, dude. Move on. And then you apologize. You say that you didn't apologize, but just the fact that you say you took it too far sounds like you're apologizing a little bit. And you ended the conversation by telling her that you were going for your daily run and had to go. And maybe you'd call her tonight if she wasn't busy. Come on, man. What are you doing? I think that there should be a rule that, I get so many emails. There should be a rule that you have to read my fucking book before you email me, because it will answer pretty much all your questions. Later on, she responded, was it with a like to the message, like a GIF. So she sent you a GIF, I think. And you took it as a green light to call her. She acted like she liked it. You called her, she didn't answer, and you left a voicemail. Again, that right there, dude, that's too much. You're putting in way too much effort into this girl. Women, it takes time for them to like you. You can't just be blasting them with all this attention and all this effort up front, man. You've got to let it grow. Again, like I fucking talk about in my course and in my books, men, their attraction is like a light switch. It's either on or it's off. Women are a volume knob. It takes time for them to get attracted to you, right? So you've got to bide your time, take your time, right? As an example, tying it back into my life, I am chatting with a girl in a different country who I dated and slept with a few times when she was in the US where I'm at. And we've been going back and forth, And again, it's like I'll send something, and you always want to give people what you want to receive from them, right? So give them, love and appreciation. And that sounds really chody, so I almost don't want to say it because guys are going to misinterpret that to mean basically be a fucking chode. But if you can do it right from the right place, it's very powerful, right? And so, I asked her a question about coming to visit her. She ignored it, but she replied with something else. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I just replied to what she said, right? So what I communicate there is that, okay, I'm not going to keep bothering you about coming to visit. If you don't want me to come visit, that's cool. I don't care, right? And that's the attitude you need to take, man, is build your own life where you have your own shit going on so that it doesn't bother you if this one particular girl isn't into you. So again, what you ask, why didn't she answer, or at least let me know she was busy or told me not to call? But I got the signals, so you don't know. Again, mixed signals, man. Basically, she's keeping you on the back burner. She's using you for validation. She doesn't want to outright reject you, but she doesn't want to outright actually hang out with you. And in general, with women, you just want to view yourself, man, as like that fucking rock, that fucking mountain. It's okay to be persistent, but not needy. And I can tell based off of how much you're stressing over this and how much you're, trying to get in touch with her. And it sounds like you're very desperate trying to get in touch with her. You're not on your purpose as a man. So that's what you need to fix, man. Get back into your own life. I would just cut off contact with her for a while. Just ignore her, get back on your own path in life. I would be curious to know if you slept with anyone or dated anyone since your ex broke up with you, because I assume she broke up with you, not the other way around. But yeah, man, it can be stressful. It can be stressful sometimes when you don't know if a girl's into you or not. And again, that's why you have to view yourself as a fucking mountain. You don't need her validation because you're a man on your purpose. So I hope this helped. Again, your course of action is to basically get on your purpose, ignore her, don't text her, don't call her, maybe if she reaches out, consider doing it. Give her the bare minimum. Let her know you're not going to be fucking put on the back burner. And yeah, so do that. Check out my book, my products. There's going to be links down below to everything. If you didn't already, please subscribe and like this video. And as always, I will see you guys next time.